Myself, Raj. Welcome to Raj Online Trainings. In the series of Spring Framework and Spring Boot full course, in the last video, we have seen about how to make use of Spring Data JPA module. The main use of going with Spring Data JPA module is to reduce the boilerplate code. So in the previous examples, like when we have taken Spring JDBC, Spring Hibernate, we have created one DAO interface and we have created DAO implementation class. In this, we have created the CRUD operation methods, and in implementation class, we have overridden the CRUD operation methods. This is a repetitive job. So to avoid this boilerplate code only, we make use of Spring Data JPA module. In the last video, we have created one project, Spring Boot Spring Data JPA project, where we have created a entity class course with the course ID, course name, course duration, and course fee. And we have applied Lombok annotations and JPA annotations. And the name of the table is course details. Let me check our database name, RajTechDB. Let me open this database. Use RajTechDB. And we are having select star from course details. This is the name of the table. So here we are not having any records in the table. Now, once we create this entity class course, we have created one repository interface. This one, interface course repository extends CrudRepository and provide the entity class name course, and the primary key data type is string. Then in application.properties file, we have provided the database connection property details. And finally, in the test class, we have configured configurable application where we have connected to our Spring Boot entry application, and we are getting the pin course repository dot class. And here we have inserting some records. We have seen how to do insert operation, how to insert multiple persistent objects using save all method. We have seen count method. We have seen findBy ID method. We have seen find all, and we have seen how to do this update operation, and we have seen how to delete all the records. Now, and we have seen how to delete a record based on ID. Now, since in the table it is totally empty table, let us insert some records into the table. For this, let me uncomment this. Let me uncomment this and run this application. Right click and say run as Java application. So we are inserting the records, and check your table. Select start from course details. The records not got inserted. Course details. Okay. So the problem is here, this method also we have to keep it in comments, delete all. So it's inserting and deleting all the records. Now, let me run the application again. It's doing the insert operation. Check your table. We are having 3 records present in the table. Now, today in this video, we'll go with findBy methods in Spring Data JPA. Up to now, we are getting the records based on primary key. Now we want to get the records based on non-primary columns. So for that, we go for findBy methods. So you can say to retrieve the data from a database table based on non-primary key columns, we use findBy methods. We make use of what? findBy methods. Then When we write findBy method, JPA constructs, what JPA is going to do, it's going to construct query based on method name. So based on the method name, it's going to construct the query. Like example, you can create the method like findBy marks, then findBy course name, findBy course name, findBy course fee, like this. So based on the method name, it's going to construct the query. JPA is going to construct the query. Now, let us see the example application, how to make use of this findBy methods. Even we call findBy XXX methods. For this, open your Spring Boot application. Here in the repository interface, we have to create the methods like this. Let me show this. Public list codes find by course duration, and here we are going to provide the argument as course duration. So whatever the duration we are going to provide, based on the duration like 2 months or 3 months, it's going to return the course details. It's going to return the list of courses based on your course duration. Next one more, like find public list course find by course fee. Find by course fee, where we are going to provide the course fee. Based on the course fee, it's going to return the list of courses. One more, public list course find by course fee, less than equal, and here we provide the course fee. So whatever the course fee we provide, it should be less than equal to this course fee. That list of courses will be returned here. So just we have to create the methods. These methods we call findBy XXX methods. These are all based on non-primary key columns here. Now let us test these methods. Come to this Spring Boot entry class. Let me keep this code in comments. Already we have inserted the records. Now let us see the findBy XXX methods. findBy XXX methods. Let us go with the first one. List course. Courses equal to repo dot find by course duration. See, the methods are coming directly. Find by course duration, and let us provide the duration here. Like we are having 3 months. Let me go with the duration as 3 months. So just to call the method, no need to define the methods. So based on the method name, this query will be created automatically by JPA. So here we are just calling the method repo.findBy course duration. Then we get the list of courses here. Display these courses. Just to display here courses dot for each system dot out to println. Now run this application. Right click and say run as Java application. So it should display the courses whose course duration is 3 months. Here it's selecting the records here. Course ID, full stack Python, course ID UI, and see the course duration for both the courses. You can see duration as 3 months. It is not selecting this CPP because the duration is 2 months here. Now, next example. Let me keep this code in comments. Next one. List course. Courses equal to repo dot find by course fee. I want to get find by course fee. Let me take the course fee as 20,000. 20,000 means we have to get UI. Let me take the course fee as 20,000. Now display these courses. Courses dot for each system dot out to println. Run this code, run as Java application. So here it's going to display the codes whose course fee is what? 20,000. See here. Course ID, UI, course name UI development, course duration 3 months, course fee is 20,000. If I go with 25,000, if we give 25,000, now see when we run the application. So for 25,000, it is full stack Python. See here. We are getting course ID full stack Python, course name full stack Python, course duration 3 months, and course fee is 25,000. So based on the fee, it's going to return the list of records. Now, here in this example, we are having only one record, so that record is returned to us. If you are having multiple records, that multiple records will be displayed. Next one. Next example. List codes. Codes is equal to repo dot find course fee less than or equal to, let me say, 20,000. Less than or equal to 20,000. See the records whose course fee is less than or equal to 20,000. So we get this CPP and we get this UI. So this is a condition what we are forming. Find by course fee less than or equal to 20,000. Now display these courses. Courses dot for each system dot out to colon println. Now, run the application. Here it has to display two courses here, CPP and UI. So the courses whose fee is less than or equal to 20,000. So these findBy methods are very, very important. Just in our repository interface, just to form the methods, just to use findBy and based on your column name. So whatever the column name you are having now, this one. So based on your course ID, this is based on primary key, or you can go with the course name, you can go with course duration, or you can go with course fee. So based on your application, you can form your own queries. The word should start with, the method should start with findBy ID, and whatever the name you want to give, you can give, like course fee less than equal, course fee greater than, course fee greater than equal, course fee equal, course name equal. So whatever the query you want to form, we can form all those queries over here. Right? So please practice this, very, very important. In the next session, we are going to discuss about custom queries. Please subscribe, like and share. Thank you.